Did you know that iris is France's national flower? Hello everyone, I'm Irene Riterelli, writer, blogger and a passionate reader, and this is Into the Books. You are probably wondering why I mentioned France's national flower, and the answer is quite simple. It's because today we are going to France, specifically to a small village in Burgundy. Flowers will be with us throughout this journey. At times, they will be a happy memory, and at other times, we will hardly be able to bear their presence, or rather the reason for their presence. But let's waste any time and get started. Violette Toussaint is the caretaker of a cemetery of Besançon. Life has been unfair to her since birth, abandoned by her parents from her very first breath. She grew up in different institutions, and she remains there until old enough, finds her work in a club. There she meets her husband, Philippe Toussaint. Young Violette has always been looking for stability and love, and when she meets Philippe, her handsome, older and much more experienced man, she believes he is the answer to her prayers. But things are not as Violette has imagined. Philippe is a bum, unable to hold a job for more than a few weeks. And if it weren't for his parents, they'd be living under a bridge. But when Violette gets pregnant, Philippe is forced to take on some responsibility and agrees to become a railroad crossing guard. In reality, the upkeep of the family falls on Violette's shoulders because he's too busy riding his motorcycle instead of fulfilling his duties as a husband, father, and worker. When the railroad crossing closes, Violette convinces Philippe to move to Besançon and become a cemetery caretaker. The man reluctantly accepts and manages to stay in the position for some time until one day, after another motorcycle ride, he never comes back. Unable to do anything about it, Violette accepts the situation and resigns herself to the idea that, for her, life has no meaning other than waiting for death. But this gloomy idea changes completely when one day the police commissioner, Julien Seu, knocks on her door. The man enters Violette's life walking with leaden feet, but he changes her life so much that nothing will ever be the same again for her. I'd be looking for a book that will help me change my perspective on issues in general, and I believe that with this book I was able to change it with respect to a particular topic. In this novel, Valérie Perrin revalues a whole category of people, not only women, who are often forgotten, but middle-aged people in general. With a direct, simple, but effective writing, she perfectly describes the emotions, passions, memories, pains of all those who now know only too well what life may hold for them. It's nice to see how everything can change when you least expect it. But it's even more exciting to see how, regardless of our age, there is always time to love and be loved. Love is within everyone's reach at every stage of our lives. We just have to be brave enough to let it catch us. In this wonderful book, Valérie shows us that death is not just a physical death. The worst death is the death of the soul, while the body is still alive. It really takes a lot of courage to get through such a situation. So I wish you all that whenever you find yourself in a difficult situation, you will always find the strength to start again, even when all seems lost or no longer worth fighting for. Stand up. Stand up always and in every case. Even if you have no idea how to do it or where to start, life will show you the way. Thank you for joining me to the end of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it all. As usual, I'll see you next week.